distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I'm delighted to welcome you all. Before we start our sessions and our program, I would like to address that we have a QR code will appear in this screen after each session. Please make sure to scan and fill in your information. Then by attending all sessions, you will be eligible to receive the certificate of attendees. Today, Riyadh International Industry Week Summit is offering you a very engaging program, starting with a keynote address, focusing on a major industrial sector, the construction materials. As we all know, the construction materials are today the pillar of mega projects under construction in the line of Vision 2030. The keynote address, with the title Empowering Investment in Construction and Building Materials Industry, Driving the Innovation and Sustainability in Saudi Arabia, will be delivered by Dr. Khalid Al-Hajri. Dr. Al-Hajri is the Vice President of the Construction Materials and Technology sector at the National Industrial Development Center. Over 32 years of experience, Dr. Khalid began his experience at SABIC's Research and Development Center. After that, he led the Home of Innovation initiative that are focusing on localizing technologies and attracting investments in construction, energy, smart homes, and advanced materials. Dr. Khalid holds a PhD in materials science and engineering from the University of Pittsburgh, the ideal person for the topic. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome on stage Dr. Khalid Al-Hajri.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Amjad, and welcome to you all. It's actually a pleasure to stand here in front of you, and thank you for the kind invitation from the organizer to present about construction material, talking about innovation and the future of construction in general, not only the material. When we talk about construction, we are talking about keystone in the economy. When we talk about Saudi economy, the second non-oil contributor in GDP is construction. Not about the material, talk about construction in general. We talk about spending of more than 8 trillion Saudi riyal by 2030, a huge number. And you can imagine by this contribution, usually when we talk about construction, 30 to 40% of the spending in the projects is about the material. So we are talking about almost 2.5 trillion Saudi riyal spending from now to 2030, big number. And that's actually a good opportunity for investment. If you are looking to invest in the building material, building technologies, that's the right time. Because I think it's something unpredictable, actually, to have such construction in one area. A lot of projects going on, a lot of huge vision behind this construction, and I think it's our opportunity here to support the investment in construction. Now we have a shifting actually from traditional way of construction. When we talk about the material, traditional one, we're talking about cement or concrete in general, glass, gypsum, tile, and now talking about following up the overall construction project from designing, planning, and execution of the project. Talking about construction off-site, not inside, shifting the construction from the site to the factory. And that's the trend where we are doing. When we talk about innovation, that's the part of the innovation in the construction. Also, when we talk about the advanced material, talking about non-metallic material, talking about new recyclable material or alternatives. That's what we are looking for also for recyclable material. In general, in National Industrial Development Center, how we are supporting, we try to support to localize industry that supporting the national industrial strategy in all sectors. One of it is the building materials and technology. Definitely, we are looking to secure the main materials that you cannot build or you cannot construct without those materials, which is most of it traditional material, talking about concrete, talking about glass, tile, that's the traditional ones. And by the way, in Saudi Arabia, we already reached to the point that we already secure all this material locally. When we talk about cement industry, of course, it's the basic of the concrete industry, cement industry. We have tremendous amount of cement. We are producing. By the way, we have capacity of more than 80 million ton of cement, but the local market's talking about 50 million ton annually. For the glass, we have the same. We are exporting glass. For the tile, the same. We are exporting, although we are importing some type of tiles, but still we have access capacity, talking about just about the same. But now when we talk about shift to new trend, talking about the advanced method of construction, talking about 3D printing, talking about robotics and the other system that support construction, there is a shift. There is a big transformation nowadays. How we can support in the National Industrial Development Center? As I said, we identify the opportunity. We try to find the balance between supply and demand. Then we identify the opportunity, try to match this opportunity between the investor and also the local supplier, try to make the ecosystem around this opportunity also good for people to invest in Saudi. We try to work with the regulators, try to find the way to make this investment more attractive, and that's what we did in all sectors, not only in construction, and metals, and automotive, and aerospace, and all of these sectors, we are giving the right support. So innovation actually is not a choice now, it is must. When you talk about advanced material, talking about alternative material, recycling in glass, in concrete, and other materials, it is part of our landscape. The support which we are giving in the National Industrial Development Center, it is part of the doing the feasibility study or helping doing the feasibility study, connecting, make a platform to connect the investor with the local and international players in this arena. So when we would like to see what's going on in the construction overall, there is a huge project actually going on today. When we talk about NEOM, talking about Red Sea, the other Riyadh upcoming project, there is a lot of things going on. And definitely, if you would like, especially when they coming this Expo and World Cup, if you are going to build or use the same traditional way of construction, I don't think you can catch and you cannot achieve in the required time, not from the material side and also not from the time and maybe the quality. So talking about advanced method of construction is must now, is not a choice. Definitely there's a big challenges. When you talk about challenge, first when you talk about advanced method of construction, the big challenge actually is coming with the manpower or the trained people to do such construction or using such tools. Also talking about the cost of transformation to the advanced technology, it's not an easy. You have to invest in this one. Also securing the supply chain. Starting a project and you know exactly type of material and type of advanced material you need, you have to secure the supply chain completely. Because it's not good, yani, to stop in the middle of the project because you are lack of some materials. So all this actually need a plan for training people, plan also to invest. Knowing the supply and knowing the demand. Demand is actually very important. Knowing the supply, it's a little bit easy because supply is already available with you here in the market or in the international market. But knowing the future demand is a key point. Because if I would like to invest in some industry in Saudi Arabia or any other place, I have to know the demand in the future. And such a demand you have to know not only for 5 years or 10 years, even more than that. If you are establishing a factory for glass or a factory for steel or somebody producing advanced method of construction, you cannot tell him, please come in 2030, I'm having such amount of project. 2030 is next day, it's tomorrow, less than 5 years. So you have to have a vision for the coming 10, 15, 20 years so somebody can come and invest. If you would like to build a cement industry, you need for planning at least 5 years, execution another 4 to 5 years. So you cannot build a plant and they said only I have 15 years or 10 years scope in front of me. You need to have long term, similar for steel industry. In general, I would like to highlight here that construction is very important market for us, and it's, as I said, it's contributing the second non-oil contributing to the GDP in Saudi Arabia. There is a huge opportunity in Saudi Arabia nowadays for construction, and it's our time actually. If you would like to invest or you are thinking to invest in advanced technology in construction and also in building materials. That's actually in short, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.